All right, morning guys. So y'all see that right there? That is a problem right there. An absolute problem. And I'm not sure what to do with it. So how y'all doing this morning? So as you can see, I'm not holding my iPhone. I'm not videoing my iPhone. A lot of my video I normally do, I do with my iPhone, but today I'm gonna use my GoPro. So I have run into an issue. So on my iPhone, so I'm not gonna show y'all all my screen. Well, you know what? Actually, I guess I can. Let me go to my main screen. So if you look at my screen right here, most of y'all I know got tons of apps. Look, Slade ain't got nothing. No kind of apps, okay? Really, I got my YouTube studio that I do with you guys. I got my YouTube. I got Venmo, Twitter, iMovie, and Instagram. Other than that, that's it. Nothing else on my phone other than that. But now I'm getting to where I can't upload videos for you guys because my phone's getting full. And look, this is what I don't understand, okay? People say, well, you need to erase a bunch of your photos and videos. Nope, that ain't it. Let me show you. Look. Apple, look how much Apple apps take up, okay? I don't have any apps much other than YouTube, Twitter, iMovie, okay? Not a lot. Safari, contacts, and then look how much iOS takes up. Look, all this way over here, like little bitty bit, like I think yellow is actually photos. You can't even see photos. All right, so man, Apple is they're just whacking us. It's so, I mean, like right there, it just changed. It is so frustrating that it fills your phone up like that. So frustrating. But anyway, so today, let's do, I really don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm going video on this today because I want to do my elk hunting bow setup today, but I gotta have a place to put this footage. I gotta have somewhere to put it so I can edit it and get it back to a device. But when I do, it won't save to my device because there's not enough room. I don't know if I'm gonna have to stop YouTubing. I went to get another phone, but I think I owed like $414 on my phone. Well, I just ain't got $414 laying around to get a new phone. So I'm a bit perplexed, but I am gonna put this video on here today about my bow. So without any further ado, let's get into the archery bow build, Slade's bow. So, my last year's bow. So this is a bow, I don't know. It must have come in after I left on Saturday. So my bow I have used the last, I guess, I don't know, ever since the Tri-X come back. And let me tell y'all something. I absolutely love my Tri-X bow. Love it. I think I've killed 6 bulls with this bow at 50 pounds. And as you see, it's got 50-pound limbs on it, okay? And they are not on the bottom. So probably about 47 pounds. Oh, I hate to give this bow up, but I'm looking forward to setting this new V3x up that I got from Matthew. So what I'm gonna do, as y'all can see, I am a Whisker Biscuit fan. The last however many bows I've had have all had Whisker Biscuits on them, but I'm gonna do something different. And here's the reason I'm gonna do something different. So I'm gonna use Matthew's new Low Pro 2-piece quiver, okay? As you see here, I have the 2-piece quiver, their old 2-piece quiver on this bow. I'm a huge fan of the 2-piece quivers. I don't ever take my quiver off, okay? I like the distance. Y'all have heard me talk about the distance between the hood and the gripper, okay? the new Low Pro is going to be the same way. But in order to use that Low Pro quiver, then I can't put my old trusty Whisker Biscuit back on it. I have to use their integrated rest, which is going to mount to that dovetail right there. So since I'm going to mount the integrated rest up right here, then that's going to allow me to use the Low Pro quiver. All right. Also, I love my Spot Hog Fast Eddy. I've had it on my, this is the 5-pin version. Y'all can see my pin gap. Since my bow is pretty slow, I got a pretty big pin gap. So I got a 20, 30, 40, 50, and 60 there. My 60 is right at the bottom of my bubble. Again, I'm not going to be able to use that sight because I'm going to use the Low Pro quiver and my arrows would hit. So, two things. Matthew sent me one of their new Bridgelock 5-pin sights, which I'll show y'all here in a minute. But I'm really toying. So I have been shooting pins for years, okay? I've been shooting 5 pins for years. I am a pins guy. I don't mind counting pins, and I don't mind shooting the gap, because that's how I've done it for a long time. I've been used to 20, 30, 40, 50, and 60. If it's 35, I shoot the gap between the 30 and the 40. I've done that for a long time, but I'm getting old and my eyes are not as good. So I've been toying with the idea the last 2 or 3 years of going to a 1-pin sight. There's several different sight companies that make a 1-pin on the bar that will go in this new Bridgelock riser, okay? The folks at HHA were awesome, and they sent me this new Tetra R8Z with the long range tapes that's on the bar. So I think I'm gonna start out with that. I have a month to be shooting, and so I'll know within a week or two, hey, I really like this whole 1-pin setup. And if I don't, then I'm gonna get my Matthews sight, Bridgelock, and I'm gonna put it in the riser, and I'm gonna go right back to the way I've been doing it forever, and shoot the 5 pins. So anyway, but with that whole system, man, this bow is gonna be tight. Everything's gonna sit super close to the riser, and really looking forward to setting it up. So without further ado, let's start setting this thing up, and always remember to pick a spot. So I know y'all probably get tired of me talking about how great and how cool Matthews is, but on this integrate rest, if you look right here, you see those little marks right there, and those little marks, Matthews is awesome enough, they put you a little mark right there, so you kind of know where to start, okay? It's just there again. I mean, you can't beat them, just the little things that they do as a company. But let me show y'all this new Tetra. Let me loosen this bar up here. How freaking cool is that sight right there, guys? I mean, look, double pointer, watch this. This is another super awesome thing. Look how good it fits. I mean, it could not fit in that riser any better. All right, I'm gonna probably run it out to about right there. Again, because I'm OCD. I mean, look how perfect that is. I mean, it is perfect with that riser. And then the pins, this is their 2-pin version. Super duper bright. If you don't know how this works, I will show you. So this actual housing right here turns, okay? See how that housing spins? And as it spins, it covers up fiber or opens up fiber. Either way, okay? Makes those pins brighter or darker. But I'm gonna love this. I'm gonna get all this put on there, and then I'll kind of show you how it looks. And then on this 2-piece quiver, I mean, you would have to feel that right there to just believe it. I mean, my bow for getting ready to go elk hunting, it's by far going to be the lightest setup that I've ever had. So we're finna get it set up. Look at there. Look. Well, no, you ain't got to run hide. Doesn't hide. All right, so I got everything on my bow. I got my sight. I think I'm really gonna like this sight. I was gonna show you this about this integrated rest, and I don't know. Let me get my flashlight. So if you look the way Matthews does this integrated rest, so you kind of take two parts off, if you will. That's the little arrow I was telling you about that lines up on the riser, perfect where it needs to be. And then this little piece right here is gonna go on the outside, and it kind of goes. So really you got 2 points of contact on that dovetail. So you have the little small part and that little screw that grabs the dovetail. Then you have this big part right here that grabs the dovetail here. So once you start tightening this sucker up, I mean, it is there. You do not have to worry about that going anywhere. Love the sight. Look how tight that quiver is. Matches the contour of the bow, especially whenever you draw it. But I mean, it is just super. I mean, look, there's barely any room. So I'm gonna get the bottom part of the quiver put on and finish that up. Then I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do to my rest. Love these QAD rests, okay? The felt they send with these rests, I'm just being honest, it is just not good. I do not like it at all. So I got an idea of kind of what I'm gonna do here. Plus it'll kind of customize it. And then if I don't like it and if it's not quite enough, then I'm gonna take all this junk off and I'll put me some heat shrink on it. But let me show you kind of what I'm gonna do there. All right, so basically, I got my bow in here. Y'all can see, like I've showed y'all before, I kind of turn these bows upside down, especially when I need a third hand. So I'm gonna put y'all on the tripod here. Let me get you right there kind of close so you can see kind of what I'm doing. So I have my serving started, and what I'm fixing to do, I'm fixing to take this neon green. I actually wanted to change my loop to neon green, but I'm out of neon green just because I was going to match my peat, but it don't have to necessarily match. But all this is going to do, let me put y'all right here. All this is going to do, I'm going to go around, is just add some padding to this rest. So I'm going to do, just to make it quiet, I am a stickler for it being really quiet. And if I don't like it, then it don't bother me a bit to take it off. So I'm just gonna wrap it. Basically all I'm doing is serving over this rest, as long as I can keep it tight. Like I said, if I can't keep it tight and I don't like how it sounds, then I'll take it off, because the last thing I want is to be not so much on a elk, but on a deer. If I get ready to draw on a deer, a good quiet fall day, and y'all know how those deer can hear, and they'll hear that arrow coming across that rest. So once I kind of get it started up here towards the top like this, then I'll start doing my half hitches, kind of like when I serve my peat, but I want it slid down there really good where it'll stay good and tight. This rest is beveled towards the end, if you will. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put 3 half hitches right here, and then I'm gonna go back down to the bottom, because if I don't, that stuff's just gonna slide off the end of that rest. So now I'm gonna go halfway in between, and I'm gonna go back with this serving and catch some of those gaps where I didn't get the serving there. All right, that's it right there. She is done. So there's my serving job. I've shot it 2 or 3 times. Super duper quiet. Got my limb legs on it. Love the sight. I love the sight. It is super dead, super quiet. Got me a little HHA American flag there on top of my quiver, but I think it looks really good. I hadn't decided on a stabilizer yet, so what I have used for years, this is an old Easton V-bar. All right, now I've got AAE Matthews has sent me a stabilizer, but I'm gonna tell you what, I gotta keep some of my old on my bow, so probably gonna put this old Easton V-bar stabilizer on it. But I think the bow turned out good. It shot really good. I'll go down here and show you. I didn't shoot it but 2 times through the paper. So right there, and then I shot a bare shaft, but actually hit one of the same holes. So that's my hole. Shot really good. I'll set it up. We'll shoot it one time. So real quick, I'm gonna set my 2nd axis and 3rd axis on my sight. I actually got it done. I'm just gonna show you. So my HTM is level there. My bow is level there. My bubble's level there. All the way out to, that's pretty steep, so it may be just a touch off there. So I'm gonna probably move that just a little. I don't know that even like going on a elk hunt, I mean, I'm super duper steep there, but it's pretty dang close actually. Lots of times you don't get them near that close, but if you look there, my bow is level there. I mean, my sight is almost as perfect as it gets. So I'm gonna move it just a little bitty bit, and I'll be about done with this dude. All right, so I got it all set up and ready to go. I got this one sold right here, and shot it through the paper. It shot good. I'll shoot it for groups. I hadn't decided. I'm probably gonna shoot the same 4mm airs I've been shooting. This will be my first ever 1-pin sight. So on my old bow, on my tracks here, like I said, 5 pins. I've been shooting 5-pin sight for a long time. Like on this one, 20, 30, 40, 50, and 60. And then for 30 years, you know, you would judge a distance, pick the pin, shoot the gap if the deer was in between the distance. So the verdict's not out yet on the single pin. I like the idea of the single pin being out west, especially like in my elk hunting situation, and this is why. So say when I'm in the woods, I can probably set that sight for 25, 26 yards, and with an elk, I am good to that distance. Lots of times in the woods, the elk's gonna be a lot, he'll be that close or closer. I mean, the last elk I shot in the woods was probably, I think, about 17 yards. The bull I shot year before last in the woods was 21, 22 yards, but now the bull I shot last year was 42. And lots of times when those bulls are in those meadows, or they're in those wallows, or even if they're out there with cows out in the open, then I have time to range, dial my sight, and shoot. Anyway, I had ended the video and it didn't end. I guess I deleted the clip. So this is my Matthews V3 build. Really think I'm gonna like the bow. I thought it shot really good at the store today. I'm a little bit frustrated. I gotta get this whole phone and whole iPad situation figured out before I go, especially before I go to New Mexico, and I got time. I just gotta figure it out. But anyway, thank y'all for following Fanchers. God bless. Jesus saves. I hope y'all enjoy.
Bye, guys.
I hope y'all enjoy this video, and I will put some more stuff, like as far as the gear I'm gonna take. My tent, Ainsley's actually got the tent set up in the room right now. We'll go over my arrows, just everything kind of that I take with me. So y'all be patient. Y'all be watching for those videos. I'll see you.